Have you ever questioned if you've never been in love? Love is a complex and enigmatic emotion, an intricate tapestry woven with threads of passion, affection, and deep connection. It's a feeling that can elevate us to ecstatic heights, yet at times leave us perplexed and scratching our heads, wondering if we've ever truly experienced it. We've all heard tales of heart-pounding passion, of love that sweeps you off your feet and consumes your every thought. But what if you've never felt that? What if you look back at your relationships and realize that something was missing? Is it possible that you've never actually been in love? These questions can be daunting, even a little scary. But don't worry, you're not alone. Love is a journey, not a destination. And it's okay if you're still on your way. So buckle up and let's embark on this journey of self-discovery. Today, we're going to delve into the 6 signs that you may have never been in love. The first sign that you may have never been in love is the absence of what people often refer to as butterflies. Now, when we talk about butterflies, we're not talking about the beautiful creatures fluttering in your garden. We're referring to that fluttering sensation, like 1,000 tiny wings beating in your stomach, often associated with being head over heels in love. This sensation is typically accompanied by symptoms such as an adrenaline rush, a certain nervousness, and even palpitations. It's a kind of excitement that leaves you feeling giddy, almost as if you're on a roller coaster ride. This feeling is so unique and so powerful that it's often one of the first indicators that you're falling in love. It's like your body's own way of telling you that something special is happening. If you've never felt this fluttering sensation in your stomach, it's possible you've never been in love. The second sign is that you do not idealize the person you're with. When Cupid's arrow strikes, it's common to see the object of your affection through rose-tinted glasses. You might think they can do no wrong, and their quirks just add to their charm. This is what psychologists call positive illusions, where we tend to overemphasize our partner's good qualities and downplay their negatives. It's like having a personal cheerleader in your brain, constantly singing praises about your loved one. But if you find yourself constantly noticing flaws and never really seeing the person in front of you as perfect, this might be a red flag. Love, you see, has a funny way of making us believe in the impossible, including the idea that someone could be perfect. So, if you see your partner, warts and all, it might be a sign that you've never been in love. The third sign is an unwillingness to make sacrifices for the person you're with. Love, in its truest form, often involves a certain degree of selflessness. It's not about what you can gain, but what you can give. It's about putting the other person's needs, wants, and happiness, sometimes even before your own. Think about it. When you're genuinely in love, you find joy in making your partner happy, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone or giving up something you hold dear. It could be as simple as giving up your last slice of pizza, or as significant as moving to a new city because your partner got their dream job there. But if you find yourself consistently unwilling to make these sacrifices, if the very thought of giving up something for them feels like an unbearable burden, then it's a strong indicator that you may not be in love. If you're not ready to make sacrifices, you may have never been in love. The fourth sign is a lack of desire for physical closeness with the person you're with. Now, this doesn't just mean a lack of interest in, let's say, the spicy side of a romantic relationship. It's much broader than that. It encompasses a whole range of physical interactions that we, as human beings, crave when we're in love. Think about it, when you're in love, there's this magnetic pull that draws you towards the other person. It's like your bodies are 2 pieces of a puzzle that fit perfectly together. You yearn for their touch, whether it's holding hands, a comforting arm around your shoulder, a gentle stroke of your hair, or simply sitting side by side, feeling their warmth seep into you. These small moments of physical closeness can feel electric, making your heart race and your stomach flutter. But it's not always about these heart-thumping moments. Physical closeness in love also manifests in quieter, subtler ways. It's in the way you lean into each other while watching a movie, the way you hug each other a little longer than necessary, or the way you unconsciously reach out for their hand when you're walking together. Physical intimacy also means being comfortable in each other's personal space. It's about feeling at home when you're in their arms, feeling safe and content. It's about wanting to share your personal space with them, about wanting to be as close to them as possible. If you don't feel this pull towards physical intimacy, if you don't crave their touch or yearn to be in their personal space, it may be an indication that you're not in love. Remember, Love is not just an emotional connection, it's a physical one too. It's a bond that makes you want to be close to the other person, not just in heart, but in body too. So, if you don't feel this pull towards physical intimacy, it could be a sign that you've never been in love. The fifth sign is that you don't make long-term plans with the person you're with. When you're in love, you're not just thinking about the present. You're also picturing the future, envisioning a life together with your partner. You might talk about where you'd like to live, the kind of home you'd like to have, the places you want to travel to together, or even the names you'd give your potential children. Love has a way of making us optimistic and forward-thinking. We start to see our lives not just as singular but intertwined with another's. It's not just about me anymore, but we. Our dreams and ambitions start to include this other person, and their happiness becomes just as important as our own. But if you're not making these long-term plans, if you're not looking ahead and picturing a shared future, then it might be a sign that you're not in love. Perhaps you're only interested in the here and now, the temporary thrill of the relationship. Or maybe you simply can't see yourself building a life with this particular person. It's worth noting that not everyone who is in love makes concrete plans for the future. Some people prefer to live in the moment, to take each day as it comes. But even then, there's usually some level of expectation, some vision of a future shared with their partner. If that's entirely absent for you, it's worth asking yourself why. It's also important to remember that not making long-term plans doesn't necessarily mean you're incapable of love. It could just mean that you haven't found the right person yet. Love is a complex emotion, and it affects us all in different ways. So if you're not making long-term plans, don't be too quick to judge yourself. Instead, consider it an opportunity for self-reflection. Ask yourself what you truly want from a relationship and whether you're currently getting that. It's possible that you've never been in love, but it's also possible that you simply haven't found the right person to share your life with yet. If you don't see a future with the person you're with, it's possible you've never been in love. The sixth sign is that you don't feel the need to share your feelings about the person you're with. In the wondrous world of love, we often find ourselves wanting to shout from the rooftops about how amazing our partner is. It's like a song that's stuck in your head, you just can't help but hum it out loud. You want to share stories about them, praise their qualities, and essentially, express your feelings towards them to others. It's not about showing off, but rather it's a natural inclination to share the joy and happiness that this person brings into your life. You want others to see them through your eyes, to understand why they mean so much to you. If you notice that you don't have this urge, this need to express your feelings about your partner, it could be an indicator that you've never truly been in love. If you're not compelled to share your feelings, it could be a sign that you've never been in love. Let's sum up the signs we've discussed today. 1. You've never experienced what people often refer to as butterflies in the stomach. This feeling is commonly associated with excitement, nervousness, and a rapid heartbeat. 2. You don't idealize the person you're interested in. People in love tend to see their partners as perfect, often overlooking their flaws. 3. You're not willing to make sacrifices for the person you care about. In love, people are usually eager to make sacrifices to make their partners happy. 4. You don't desire physical closeness with the one you're fond of. Love often evokes a desire for physical intimacy. 5. You don't make long-term plans with the person you're attracted to. Those in love generally plan for a future together. And 6. You don't want to share your feelings about that person with others. People in love typically enjoy praising their partners to others. If these signs resonate with you, it could be that you've never been in love. But remember, love is a complex emotion and it's different for everyone. Don't rush it, let it come to you naturally.